Hello, and welcome back to another video. This video has been requested by a few people, and that is American slang. So I want to be right up front. I am definitely not the expert on American slang, at least not an expert in delivering it, because as you can see, I am a bit older. Most of the slang is used by people my students' age, 12, 13, teenagers. So if you want to use American slang, I will teach you American slang, but be careful. If you are of a certain age, maybe you don't want to use it. You'll just recognize it when you hear it. And the problem with slang is that it doesn't last too long. It does have a shelf life. And when I say shelf life, it's like when you get things from the store, when you get food from the store, and it will eventually go bad. For examples, those bananas you just bought, the shelf life for bananas is literally like a day, and then they start turning brown. Unlike that can of vegetables you have in your cupboard, that thing might last 2 years. So shelf life. The shelf life on slang is unfortunately pretty short. It doesn't last too long, which is why you'll see in the thumbnail I put April 2020. So this stuff is pretty current right now. If we're talking April 2021, I don't know. So I guess what I'm saying is use at your own risk. So the first one is bruh. Bruh. I would probably spell it B-R-U-H, bruh. It's short for brother, and so you can call your friends, hey, what's up, bruh? Bruh? What's up, bruh? I don't use bruh. I think I'm a little bit too old to use bruh, but if you want to use bruh, go for it. The next one I'd like to talk about is goat. And no, it's not a goat like you would find at a farm. It's actually an acronym, GOAT, and it stands for greatest of all time. I think that started with the local quarterback. The New England Patriots is the team in my area. I live in New England, and Tom Brady, the quarterback, is considered by some to be the greatest of all time. So I first heard that term used for him, but now it can be used for pretty much anything you think is the greatest of all time. Maybe you think Taylor Swift is the GOAT of singing. I don't know. Greatest of all time. Anything you think is the greatest, you can use GOAT. All right, the next one is can't even. Can't even. And you can use that when you're fed up with something, when something is getting on your nerves, when you can't take it anymore, you can say, I can't even right now. I can't even right now. Meaning just leave me alone. Maybe you're really stressed out at your job. Maybe you have too much work. I just can't even right now. I can't even right now. All right, here's another thing the kids are saying these days. Same. Simply same. Anytime they feel the same way about something, they'll say same. Or they might say, I feel like Taylor Swift is like the GOAT singer of all time. Same. That's just how they do it. Same. Same. Like Luke Paul is the greatest YouTuber of all time. Same. It's just, you can use that when you feel the same way about something. I mean, it's a little bit lazy, but same. 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 Or you might be thinking, I feel a little awkward watching this 44-year-old guy talk about slang. Same. Next one I'd like to talk about is cringy. Cringy. This can describe anything that gives you a bad feeling. I mean, maybe listening to a 44-year-old guy talk about slang, that could be a little cringy. It might make you feel a little uncomfortable. How about there's a group of teenage girls that are at a sports practice, and then some random, that could be slang too, random, just ordinary, out of the blue, random. That's a lot of slang there, but some random guy shows up and watches them practice. Like not a dad of anybody. He's just watching the teenage girls practice. That's cringy. That's cringe. That is pure cringe. Or when old people like myself try to act cool like we're teenagers, that's cringy. All right, these next three you can use to describe something you think is awesome or cool. That's slang from back in my day. Awesome or cool, but you could say that's lit, that's fire, that's tight. So those three things, that's lit, that's fire, that's tight. And sometimes, just to make my students feel a little cringy, I will say some of those lines. For example, if a student does a really good job on something, I might say, that's tight, that's tight. Seriously, my students feel all cringy inside, I'm sure. They're like, stop, 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 don't do that, please. Never say that again. It's tight. All right, a couple more before I embarrass myself even more. Throwing shade at somebody. It could be when you don't like them and you're saying some nasty things about them, maybe not in front of their face, but behind their back, throwing shade. It might be just like a dirty look at somebody, like throwing shade. It doesn't have to be talking. And if you are gossiping about somebody, you might say that as like spilling the tea. When you are telling like secrets about somebody behind their back, you could say that you are spilling the tea. So throwing shade is when you don't like somebody and you let them know about it. Could be in front of them, doesn't have to be. So there we have spilling the tea and throwing shade. The next one is hangry. I sometimes use this one. Hangry. It's the combination between hungry and angry. You know those times when you haven't had anything to eat, you're hungry, and you're angry only because you haven't eaten anything? You're in a bad mood, you need to eat something, but you're like snapping at everybody who talks to you just simply because you're hungry? You can say that you are hangry. Or maybe even someone else will call you out on it. Like, woof, somebody's a little hangry right now. The next one is legit. Legit, meaning like really good. If you maybe just saw a movie and it was really good, you can say, oh, that movie was legit. Or if you just had a really good meal, oh, that's legit. The last two kind of go together. Triggered and salty. And that is when somebody is in a bad mood, feeling a little salty, maybe because they're hangry, they're a little salty, or triggered. Triggered. Why are you so triggered right now? Back off. Chill. Chill. That's been around for a little while. I know I use it, like calm down, like chill, chill. So somebody my age might say chill, or you might say chill when you're relaxing. Like, I mean, probably most of us during this quarantine are chilling. You don't even have to put that G at the end, like chillin'. What are you gonna do tonight? I think I'll probably just hang out, just chill maybe. Just gonna chill a little bit, chill. Or if someone's in a bad mood, you can say, don't even talk to her right now. She's a little salty. Yeah, just back off a little bit. Man, why are you so triggered? What did I do? Why are you so triggered? That's when triggered is more of like when someone gets upset really quickly. Salty is just kind of a slow burn, like they're just in a bad mood for some reason. Could be hangry. All right, so if you saw anything in this video that you liked, you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. If you felt this video was a little cringy, please don't thumbs down. Please don't unsubscribe. I won't do it again, I promise. Maybe next year I'll update the slang, but I felt even a little cringy doing this video. I'm sorry you had to witness it. Some people asked for it. Now that they've seen it, maybe they won't ask for it again because it is cringy. But leave a comment if you know any other slang you would like me to. No, don't. No. Let's just forget about the slang. Leave a comment if there are any questions, but thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. What's going on, guys? Yesterday it was a little bit rainy. Today it's a lot nicer, but my wife and daughter spent some time cutting little decorations out and spelled out hope and love, just to remind everybody who passed by our house that even though times are tough, don't forget, you can still hope, because that's sometimes all we have, and still love.